Hello there, my Lost Art gamers. You know what day it is. It's Friday, baby. And I'm recording this fresh off the press. Just woke up about an hour and a half ago, so we're looking at about 7:40 in the morning Pacific time on Friday. So this is the most up-to-date Arkonomics we've ever had. And, you know, I do it all for you, baby. You specifically. Yes, you. So, let's get into the video here. If blue crystals are still below 2k, you are legally required to give me a like. 2k, that's a one-off for at 2k. And I said below 2k, yeah, you owe me a like. Basically, blue crystals are still pretty cheap, but they are much more expensive than last week. Last week on NA West, the drop to like almost 1k gold per 100 blue crystals seems to be mostly fueled due to the massive amounts of sort of Chinese fraud that was going around the other week. The timings line up pretty well. And there was a giant Reddit post about it. There was a lot of backhanded sort of Chinese fraud going on with level 10 gems and blue crystal prices and stuff. I think most of it's taken care of now, but that's why the prices went super, super low for those. And then since we're talking about gems, let's take a look at the gem prices. The gem prices went up quite a bit because all of the gems were getting bought with fraudulent gold. But let's see what she looks like now. So it looks like the gems have recovered a bit. Cooldowns are at about 140k. No, it would help if I could spell annihilation correctly. And damage gems are back at about 330k. So still not quite back at their all-time lows, but better than they were about a week ago because of the whole spike due to the fraudulent activity and then them mass buying gems and blue crystals, or selling blue crystals rather. It's hard for me to say as a North America West player what the trend is looking like because of that. With the Ebony Cube coming, people running their boss rushes, it stands to reason that gems could continue to go down. It could also stand to reason that gems might go up because people are buying them in anticipation of them being low, thusly driving the price up. It's really hard to say. And again, as somebody who plays on North America West, and having that whole fraudulent scene happen the last week, it's hard for me personally to see because my gems are trending downward, but they're trending downward back to the price that they were before that happened. So it's, again, not too sure. You can make an argument for both sides. I think it's just you have to pick what camp you think you fit in and stick with it. That's kind of how things work in the Lost Ark economy, if you will. So let's take a look at the market here. You'll see we got some leapers spiked up. Marvelous Honor Leapstone spiked up to, I think they peaked at about 36, 37 on NA West, obviously due to the Slayer roadmap thing popping up. I did dump all mine at 35, no regrets. I expect these long-term to kind of stay stable like they have been around the 25 mark. I expect them to trend back down. They might have another spike again when Slayer gets, like, the release notes launched. It's totally possible. But long-term, nah, I don't think they're going to go back up. And again, same deal with Great Honor Leapstones. These spiked up a bit. As you can see, they were about 12 gold. Then they spiked back up to about 18, 19 gold. Again, sold all of mine. Highly recommend it. Well, I'm in the process of selling mine. Or did I sell mine? I can't remember. I have, Alzheimer's, I guess. I don't know. Dementia. But again, same deal here. I expect them to trend downward and not go back up. Might spike, might not. You know how it is. Honing rate up mats are interesting. I think if you're going to be doing active flipping, honing rate mats may be your best bet because they seem to fluctuate significantly based on the kind of day that we have. What I mean by that is if it's a Chaos Gate day, obviously the prices of things that drop from Chaos Gates, i.e. honing rate up mats, will be lower. And then on days where there are no Chaos Gates and the supply slowly gets used up, there are less, thusly increasing the price a bit. So I think if you're looking to actively flip, you're looking to flip Solar Graces, Solar Blessings, and Solar Protections. Again, those are for like short-term flippings, not long-term at all. And then as far as Honor Shards go, I still do think as far as items to invest in long-term go, Honor Shards are probably your best bet. That being said, it's hard for me to truly sort of predict things because as Smilegate, Amazon Gate has shown, they are totally okay with just kind of randomly doing changes out of completely nowhere that nobody is expecting and sort of doing unpredictable things. And so like a wise man once said, you can't predict the unpredictable. So it's hard for me to say one way or the other. They could release another shard thing or another gold nerf just completely out of the blue on May 10th. I don't know. Again, can't predict the unpredictable. What I will say is, in this game, it seems to be having liquid gold isn't necessarily a bad thing. And rather than merchant... I guess I should explain what merching is. I was like, should I just leave it at merching? Merching is basically like, you buy something low, hold it for a while, sell it for high. It's just like another term for flipping, arbitrage, merchanting. Sorry, I'm used to RuneScape and RuneScape terminology, so merching. But in terms of that, for Lost Ark, it seems like the best way to go about making massive amounts of gold, generally, unless you get super lucky with an item, you buy it super low and then it spikes up. It seems like the best way in Lost Ark to sort of manipulate the market is to just have a lot of liquid gold during times where prices are low, and then when inflation gets insane, you drop all of your stock that you bought when it was super low. It's sort of timing the inflation and deflation periods, which is still strange to me because I'm used to more of a predictable market and things that make sense. Again, this might change with things being closer in parity to Korea. It's hard to really say, but that's sort of my thinkings on it. I will take one quick look at Relics. These are still slowly going up, doesn't surprise me. Fish also have been about the same as they've been, maybe spiking up a bit, going back down. Nothing too crazy. Let me check out flowers. Yeah, flowers are still a bit rippy rip. And let me check out mushrooms. Are mushrooms still in the shitter as well? Yeah, unlucky. Mushrooms used to be so good. Well, as far as trade skills go, I'm sure you've seen at least one of my trade skill videos in the last week. Trade skills are pretty good. Pretty good use of your time for gold, in my opinion. So again, if you're just trying to vibe and just relax, maybe throw on a show, do some excavating or do some hunting or do just anything, honestly. Because something is better than nothing. Gold is gold at the end of the day, right? Anyways, I think that'll do it for this episode of Arkonomics. I just kind of wanted to focus on the gems and sort of my thoughts on the price sort of trending. As always, thank you all so much for watching. And I did want to try something a bit new. I wanted to actually shout out my YouTube members to give them a little bit extra reason to, you know, support me. You get a cool Discord rank, and now you may be getting some shoutouts sprinkled out throughout the videos. So thank you to all my Tier 2 members. Blitzel, Remix My Life, I'm Nufu. Appreciate all three of you guys. You've been with me from the start. Mwah. And then thank you to all my Tier 1s YouTube members. It's Biscuits, Ender, Diz, Arazyke, Clouded, I'm Dangerous TV, and Joxini. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. And of course, if you want to become a YouTube member, it's a bit like a Patreon sub or Twitch sub. Help support me in the content I make. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on the market trends. As always, it's your boy, Skinny Penis. Bye.